From beautiful Hayward, California, out west in the USL Championship tonight. It's an all-Cali showdown in the Western Conference tonight as Oakland Roots play host to Monterey Bay FC here at Pioneer Stadium. Sean St. Jacques, Sebastian Elney, our second game tonight on the CBS Sports Golazo Network. Western Conference standings looks like this, Sebastian. Both Monterey Bay and Oakland trying to vault up the table.
Definitely a big game ahead of us tonight. This game might feel like a 6-point game for both sides, so we'll see what happens.
Sense of urgency is going to be high for both teams after narrowly missing out on the playoffs a season ago. Last time these two met was back in September of 2023. Both teams since then have been a bit rocky, but lots of attacking firepower while needing to improve things defensively.
Definitely a lot of exciting players on both sides of the roster, so we'll see if a lot of goals are scored.
This all-Cali showdown's always delivered, it seems like, over the years. As we look at tonight's warm-ups, brought to you by UCSF Benioff Children's Hospital. Certainly Brian Tamakis will need to play well if Oakland are to get some success tonight.
Definitely the heartbeat of the team so far. Look for him to be in and around the box and getting his teammates involved.
One of many players who has done well so far, one of the 3 goal scorers that Noah Delgado's had this season. On the other side of things for Monterey Bay, Moby Fair has been marvelous so far for the Seasiders.
Has had such a great start and such a pleasure to watch. It'll be exciting to see him tonight.
A lot of impact players potentially from Monterey Bay that we'll be on the lookout for this evening. Both teams looking to get a jump start to their campaigns in the always wild Western Conference of the USL Championship. This all-Cali showdown is kicking off next right here on the CBS Sports.
Do you like getting cash back on your credit card? A free coffee when you fill your cafe's punch card? A complimentary dessert with your restaurant order? Then you'll like getting a 5% discount on your electricity with Ava Community Energy's Bright Choice service. Visit avaenergy.org to learn more about Ava's low rates for electricity.
Tonight's match is presented in part by Anthem Blue Cross and Modelo. Sean St. Jacques, Sebastian Elney here with you, getting you set for Oakland against Monterey Bay. We jump into the starting lineups. Here's the 11 for Noah Delgado's boys, the hosts tonight.
A great lineup put out. There's a lot of fun attacking players on this Oakland side.
Becca, Reed as well. They'll be 2 of the goal-scoring threats up front. Cedeno and Tamakis. We highlighted Tamakis earlier. They'll be crucial. It's a very attacking side for Frank Yallop's group. That front 3, Traeger, Martinez, and Dixon, will certainly be a threat.
There'll definitely be a lot of firepower in tonight's game.
And then that midfield, Frank Yallop's been really happy with the way Adrian Revelar and Moby Fair have been coming along. And of course, the veteran Rafael Baca leads the midfield as well. And there is Paul the Wall, as he's known around these parts. Paul Blanchette once again gets the start for the Oakland Roots in goal. Against his opposite number, Anthony Siaha, who has certainly been having a strong start to this campaign as well for Monterey Bay. Gerald Flores is our head official here in Hayward, California tonight, just under 100 miles away from Seaside, the home of Monterey Bay FC. These were 2 of the teams in the West that faded in the playoff race last season. They're hoping to go a step further this time around. And it is Monterey Bay and their road whites who get us started here on CBS Sports Golazo Network. They'll be going from left to right. Oakland are in their gorgeous stained glass blacks with a multitude of colors on the front. Both of these 2 teams had such good starts to the 2023 campaign and then really surged at times in the middle of last season. Oakland and then Monterey Bay fell at the final hurdle in those final weeks of the 2023 regular season. And it was an incredible race to the postseason in the West. Both of them didn't quite get over the line. And they're hoping to, well, make amends this time around. Paul Blanchette, 295 career saves. He's 5 away from 300, which is getting towards really uncharted territory. He's had a tremendous career. His nickname is The Wall for a reason. And Feka fouled, free kick for Oakland. Robinson for Baca, came over last season for Monterey Bay. Plays a lovely ball over the top. Dixon just couldn't get his touch right. Blanchette outlets to this near side to Babukar Najai. '24 season tickets are still available. Get the most benefits and lowest ticket prices by securing your season ticket package for the rest of the year. To secure your tickets, visit us at oaklandrootssc.com/tickets or call 510-488-1144. Up ahead, Maury Donor. Najai. Back for Neville Hackshaw, who's been tremendous for club and for country with Trinidad and Tobago these last few seasons. Here's a giveaway. Big save by Blanchette, thwarting Traeger. Still not out of the woods yet here, Oakland. And then finally enough defensive interventions keep Monterey Bay out.
Big moment there. Just a lack of concentration by Oakland. And unfortunately for Monterey Bay, you got to be ready for situations like that. For spots like that as a forward, you've got to be ready for any moment to take the chance.
Tristan Traeger leads Monterey Bay so far this season with 2 goals. He was given a chance on a platter. Massive save from Paul "The Wall" Blanchette. Hackshaw up ahead for Oakland. And Najai offside.
It's just a lack of concentration here. It's a bad moment and a horrible pass back. And honestly, one-on-one with the keeper with a gift like that, you got to put it away. Maybe dribble around him.
Tristan Traeger maybe had more time there, to your point, Sebastian, to get his bearings. And in the end, Monterey Bay squandered the chance. Someone was being looked at on the near side. Men from Seaside, California. Injury report tonight is brought to you by UCSF Health and UCSF Benioff Children's Hospital. Cam Riley, the big noticeable, who's out for Oakland tonight. And Monterey Bay in particular, look at Simon Dawkins. Getting him back into the fold at some point along with Maldonado will be crucial for Monterey Bay under Frank Yallop in his 3rd season. And Monterey Bay came close to qualifying for the playoffs in each of the last 2 seasons. Just couldn't quite get it done. Obviously, that's one of the goals that Frank Yallop has talked to us about it multiple times already this season. He says it's easier said than done. You can't just talk about it, you have to be about it. Certainly getting a result against a playoff rival potentially in Oakland tonight would go a long way. Najai making a nice run here, leaves it off for Donaciano. Good help defensively by Dixon on the cover. Baca plays it ahead for Rebelar. It's out for a throw. And we had a chance to talk with both coaches this week. Noah Delgado says the group has grown a lot already in the early seasons, I should say the early weeks, beg your pardon, of the season. Guys have been out with sickness and international duty, and So getting everyone healthy is the key right now. I mentioned earlier those guys that are out for Oakland tonight. Guys like Jessiel Cedeno and others have been great, true professionals, keeping the group together. Cedeno in particular, so versatile out on the pitch for Oakland, plays multiple positions for them, does whatever he's asked. This near side, the Roots will reset all the way back to Hackshaw and then Blanchette. You know what Delgado mentioned to us as well, when Oakland's playing well, he says they're very possession-based, attacking in transition, and once they can turn it and really go after teams on the counter, that's where things really go well, and that defensively compact and staying together in the same shape, crucial. He said in transitions we've been doing really well at the start of the campaign. Coming into the night, Monterey Bay are ahead of Oakland by 3 points in the West. Oakland with an impressive win at the start of the season over Indy 11, but they haven't won since. They drew against Charleston, defending Eastern Conference champions. That was an impressive result, but back-to-back losses to Phoenix, the defending champions, and then the 3-0 loss here against Vegas left a sour taste in a lot of Oakland Roots players' mouths, and they're trying to put that right here tonight at home.
Yeah, that was a tough one for them. It was such a big moment for them and for the club. Unfortunately, they were let down. But again, it's a new season, new opportunities, new beginnings, so we'll see what happens.
A little bit of a reversal for Monterey Bay. They lost at home to San Antonio at the start of the season, beg your pardon, at San Antonio, 2-1. Then the draws against Rhode Island and El Paso, they felt that they played well, but maybe didn't get the full amount of points. Could have done a little bit better there, but you know, Frank Yallop said the performances were just as important, if not more important, than the results. He really was happy with the way his team played in both of those, and in the middle of all that, they beat Phoenix at home by a goal to nil. That was also on the CBS Sports Golazo Network. Rafael Baca had the winner. That felt like a marquee win for Frank Yallop. He's had a few, to be fair. They've had some memorable wins since he was brought in and the club was formed a few years ago. That one is certainly high on the list, not just beating Phoenix, but beating them at home as the defending champions. Here's Niall Logue for Oakland, trying to curl a ball in behind, looking for Trayvon Reed. Reed's pressure is solid, forcing Kai Green back. As you look at Kai Green's head coach, Frank Yallop. Always one of our favorites to catch up with. What hasn't he seen in the beautiful game over the years? He's done just about everything you could do in a career. Now then, brief chance for Cedeno. We talked about his versatility a moment ago, but Monterey Bay win the ball back here. Walmer Martinez, who's done very well at the start of the campaign, does really well here. Plays it into the path of Traeger. There's more white shirts flooding forward. Moby Fair was in the middle, as was Rebelar. Ball in by Walmer Martinez is out of play.
I want to see Traeger be a little bit more aggressive there as he gets that ball from Walmer Martinez. When he gets his first touch, kind of lets him down and he goes towards the corner and pulls it back. But in that one-on-one situation, it's important to be aggressive, go towards goal, and hopefully get a shot off.
We asked Frank Yallop, who stood out for you in your group so far this season? He almost named everybody, but a few players in particular he was happy with. And Walmer Martinez came up as one of his under-the-radar guys. Says he has 2 assists already. He's done really well. Thrilled with the contributions he's brought to the table. And he said Rebelar has been fantastic so far this season. He said both are young, local players. Says we need that in our squad. He's obviously been happy with others like Traeger, who's come to mind. He's been great, obviously scoring goals. Maury Donor, Kai Green also came to Frank Yallop's mind. He shared that with us earlier in the build-up to the match. Now then, a chance here. Dixon. It's just a goal-scoring machine everywhere he's been in the USL Championship. Thwarted that time, but at the expense of a Monterey Bay corner.
Dixon will definitely be a player to look out for in tonight's match. He's always a tricky attacking player. I mean, he's been in the league for a good amount of years at respective clubs, bouncing around, but always finds a way to score goals.
Walmer Martinez will take for Monterey Bay. With them every year of their existence. Ends the ball in here. It's a bicycle kick, and it's headed off the line. Still alive for Dixon. Cleared out for another corner on the backside by Donaciano. Nearly a golazo.
Great service here. An ambitious effort, but he gets good connection on it. Luckily, there's that play on the front post to clear it away, but without that, it goes in the back of the net.
I think that was Kai Green, the former Oakland player, who nearly scored a worldie against them. Martinez gets a second try. This time Blanchette, he's on top of it.
Based on those two balls, it seems as in their game plan on corner kicks or set pieces, they want to expose the back post.
Some crucial last-ditch defending from the roots to keep it at level pegging. Kai Green didn't strike it the cleanest, but he got a lovely little bounce, and it looped in a very dangerous area. It needed a clearance. Just more signs of the early confidence that Monterey Bay have been playing with. Had a few injuries that they've dealt with early on as well. They do get Chase Boone back in the squad tonight. He's on the bench. Frank Gallup was thrilled to get to tell us about that earlier in the week. Luther Archimed available on the bench as well tonight. Their big new signing. We're hoping he can start scoring for them. That's what Frank Gallup told us about him. He said he's been great so far. He's done everything right except score the goals. But he said that will come as the games move along. Dixon beaten to it by Logue. Oakland just about win the second ball on this near side. Donaciano onto this near side for Reed. Nice turn by Cedeno. Out to the far side, maybe a chance here for Brian Tamakis. Gomez from Feka. Monterey Bay win back possession. And Grant Robinson sends it ahead. Oh, another loose pass at the back. Dixon brought down. Referee allows it to continue. Rebelar dispossessed. Monterey Bay look to pick up the pieces. Ball is sprayed out to this near side, and it is too far out in front, and it is out for a goal kick. New era of USL continues on the CBS networks in April. Join us Tuesday, April 9th, CBS Sports Network, as Charleston Battery takes on Louisville City, 7 p.m. Eastern, in a rematch of last year's Eastern Conference Final. How good were Louisville earlier tonight on CBS? The USL Championship's first ever network broadcast. Tremendous achievement for the league. Wonderful result for Danny Cruz and Blue City, taking down rivals Indy 11 in an 8-goal thriller at Lynn Family Stadium. Monterey Bay on the attack again. Traeger's in behind, and again, can't quite get it right. In the end, Blanchette holds on for Oakland. The second big chance that's fallen Tristan Traeger's way.
Really good chances so far. So now at this point, the most important thing for a striker is forgetting them. Forget about them and move forward. Wait until the next chance.
The way this game has started, the next chance might not be far away. Been a good start for Oakland, but a vibrant start for Monterey Bay. They look to continue that. Good pressure from Rebelar, forcing it all the way back to Blanchette. That save earlier should put him 4 within 300 for his remarkable career. Here's Dixon. Lovely ball over the top. You can see what he was trying to do, but it's good defense in the end. Najai able to shield it away from Maury Donor, who's also had a very strong start to his season for the Seasiders. You can hear some of the Monterey Bay fans making their voices heard here in Hayward tonight. They traveled just under 2 hours to get here. Seaside's just about 95 miles away, depending on how you get here to Hayward. Some "Let's Go Union" chants being heard from the away support. Logue, play back for Hackshaw. I feel Hackshaw missed some of those big late season games for Oakland because of international duty. Not the sole reason why Oakland didn't make the playoffs, but they certainly missed him. Such a huge cog of the Oakland Roots machine. Not just with his play, but also with his leadership. Some good skill down the far side. Chance here for the Roots to create something here. Early ball into the penalty area, and Siaha is able to get on top of it with his first real involvement. As Najai was making a good run, Trayvon Reed certainly was in that vicinity, but Najai was closest to it. And that's a pass back that Reed gives a chase to. Cleared up field. Played out wide by Guzman. Baca. Oh, Rebelar, lovely ball in behind. It doesn't quite get back there. Moby Fair continued the run. Couldn't get the ball on the backside of a give and go attempt. Chance here for Oakland. Mfeka with a lovely little back heel. Reed. And then the ball was played for Mfeka. Don't think he was quite ready for it. Too far in front, shielded away by Carlos Guzman.
There's some miscommunication there, but you're starting to see Oakland open up and really start to use their technical players in tight spots.
Lindo Mfeka has also been a big-time player for Oakland over the years. Scored some big goals, just for Noah Delgado, but when Juan Guerra was the coach as well. It's going to go out of play. It's going to go Monterey Bay's way here, just in front of Frank Yallop, who looks on. Told us that this game was going to be very tight. You mentioned it earlier, Sebastian, a 6-pointer kind of game, even this early in the season, because these two teams are likely to be right there at the end for a playoff spot, just like they were a season ago. It's one of those games where Monterey Bay will definitely go for the win. We've already seen that in the first 20 minutes. One of those where you wouldn't be satisfied with a draw, but it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world considering how tough Oakland can be on their home patch at times.
I completely agree.
Najai closed down nicely by Maury Donor, throwing for the Roots. Read the target. Former Oakland man Kai Green, Seton Hall product from South Orange, New Jersey. One of Frank Yallop's best players these last few seasons. Another leader for the Union. Siaha. Donor, fouled by Reed, free kick. Walmer Martinez forced back. Siaha. Wide for Maury Donor. Donor again. Here's Dixon. On the turn, Moby Fair is actually making his 100th regular season appearance in the USL Championship tonight. Plays it ahead to Martinez, who was looking for Traeger. Logue on the cover. Corner for Monterey Bay.
Good idea there. And he puts it into that hot spot that we've talked about. Right near the 6, right before the penalty spot. It's a tough spot for defenders as their turnaround face towards goal often leads to own goals or tap-ins for the striker.
Alex Dixon, formerly of Pittsburgh, Hartford as well. He's been creative everywhere he goes. Nearly found a teammate there. Lowe got ahead to it. Oakland gets it out of their own penalty area. Donor. Nice turn by Martinez into space. Looks to switch the point of attack. But it comes up short. Here's Fair. Touched into the path of Robinson. Ball's flared out to Donor again. And again, Logue does well on the backside for Oakland. Build up to this game, obviously we look through different stats, storylines, things of that nature. I don't know about you, Sebastian. The one that actually made my eyebrows raise the most might be the fact that in the 4 prior meetings between these two teams, the home team has never won in this fixture. It's the 5th time these two have ever met in this Cali derby, if you will. Home team has never gotten all 3 points, ever, in this fixture.
That's interesting. I mean, what's obvious there is that either side can win in any place, at any environment, any stadium. And sometimes as an away team, you're almost more motivated and there's less pressure to perform than it is at home. You know, it's easier to crash a party than it is to throw a party.
I wonder if the fact that the travel isn't that far either for either team in this fixture maybe plays a role in that as well. Here's Donor for Monterey Bay. Helped along by Martinez. Dixon forced out for a throw. Kai Green. Flicked on by, well, initially, Moby Fair, but Oakland wins it back. Mfeka. Najai. To this near side. Reed. Donaciano. Rebelar pressuring Reed. Oakland have to switch the point in the end to Hackshaw. Plays a lovely ball up ahead for Cedeno to chase. It's Jesse L. Cedeno looking for help. Trayvon Reed arrives. Najai curling it into the penalty area. Can't find anyone in a black shirt. Donaciano looks to recycle for the Roots. Najai, poor giveaway. Gives it right back to Monterey Bay when Oakland had a good spell of possession. Here's Traeger from Monterey Bay. Walmer Martinez is up there with him. Walmer Martinez can't quite beat Hackshaw. However, Hackshaw cleared it out. It's a corner for the Crisp and Kelp, as they're known. The visitors have a set piece.
Really good pressure there, and such great effort by Juan Martinez to keep that ball in bounds and earn the corner for his team.
Hackshaw was pleading that it went out before he got a touch onto this. It was a bang-bang play while Martinez used his strength to try and shield it. It's right there. It didn't quite go out yet. Hackshaw did touch it last. Good call by Gerald Flores, our center official. Corner for Monterey Bay. Dixon put in a good service last time. This one's pretty good as well, but Blanchette reads it perfectly for Oakland. Feka out wide. Tamakis right back to him, and Oakland will reset. Oakland Roots and Charlie 2024 jerseys are here, and they're selling fast. Purchase your 2024 jersey by visiting shop.oaklandrootssc.com. Might be one of the biggest storylines surrounding the Roots the early parts of this campaign are how good the kits are. They are spectacular, it must be said. Great work by Rebelar, just weaving his way through, helping out Monterey Bay's defensive cause and winning a free kick for the Union. Second of two today on the CBS Sports Golazo Network. It was 0-0 between Pittsburgh and Tampa Bay. In our first game of the day, we talked about Louisville beating Indy on CBS. Get to more of the scores from around the league in a moment as Monterey Bay continue to push for the opening goal here. Dixon on the dummy. Traeger on the turn, saved by Blanchette. And again, more wonderful build-up play from the visitors, but Paul the Wall has his second big save of the night.
This is really well done, especially by Dixon, just to dummy that ball and leave it off for Traeger. He does well to get a shot off quickly, hard, on frame. You want to see more of that from him.
Paul Blanchette is one tough customer. Traeger with a decent shot. After some good build-up, like you said, Dixon with a delightful dummy. Grant Robinson might be one of the more underrated passers of a ball in the entire USL Championship. Got it all started. Traeger couldn't stay on side for Monterey Bay, and the flag is up. Wins early in the day in the East for Detroit City and Hartford Athletic. Brendan Burke's doing a fantastic job. After Hartford finished dead last in the East a season ago. Not sure anyone's as hot as Orange County, a 2-0 win over Memphis on the road earlier this evening. Finished 0-0 between Rhode Island and Charleston, and then Sac Republic continues to surge. They win at Widener Field over the Switchbacks of Colorado Springs. Foul and a free kick here for Monterey Bay with 15 minutes left in the half. Mexico leading El Paso as we speak. Second half in Albuquerque. Las Vegas and San Antonio, the last game of the night. The USL Championship is going to kick off momentarily. Monterey Bay have provided the spark in this Cali rivalry. Can Can they break the deadlock here from the set piece? Baca leaves it, Dixon and Martinez. It's going to be Alex Dixon who just drives it towards the wall. Sent back into the penalty area, Blanchette. He's able to get there before Guzman. He quickly clears it looking for Trayvon Reed, but Monterey Bay snuff it out.
It's a good idea for the keeper to be quick and head the ball up, or punt the ball upfield, sorry, but as an attacker, whoever's closest to the ball, close to the keepers, needs to step in front of him to disallow that.
Blanchette, pressured by Traeger, just about gets it away. Reed, little flick back. Siaha under pressure, that was a loose touch. Able to get it to Maury Donor. Baca just about deals with it as well for Monterey Bay. Guzman. Dixon. Ball is sprayed onto this near side. Giant lets it go out of play. Maury Donor is helped up by our assistant referee. Looks like here in the 33rd minute we'll have a break here for players that celebrate or acknowledge Ramadan to break their fast here in California. We had that in our first game between Pittsburgh and Tampa Bay. We were talking about earlier how it does feel like it is long overdue for this to be a part of the game, but it is great to see it. And we've seen it not just in leagues in the United States, but leagues throughout Europe and elsewhere also. It's a fantastic gesture for players who do fast throughout the day until, of course, the sun sets.
Yeah, such an amazing moment. It just makes sense. It just sounds right. It just makes sense.
It really is great to see the USL Championship be a part of that. That was what the stoppage was for. Also gives the opportunity for a timeout, if you will, for players to readjust and for coaches to further explain how they want their teams to play at the end of this first half. First half where I feel like Monterey Bay's had the better of it. Oakland's had a few opportunities, but we're still waiting for that breakthrough moment.
Definitely, and from the coaching side, it's planned, so they know exactly when it's about to happen and what their tactical game plan is going to be at that point, and then once that moment comes, they can either switch it up, see how things are going, and then move from there.
Logue will get the ball back into play. And it goes right back out. Oakland a bit wasteful there. It's a throw-in for Monterey Bay. Kai Green. Guzman. Down the line by Robinson. Siaha. Nice win by Martinez. With 3 players around him. Donor has to come back for it. Donor again with Revelar. Reset to Green. Back by Moby Fair, who's just been so good in the early stages for Monterey Bay, their 5th game of the season. So we're still in the early weeks, but seen a lot of players shine so far. Monterey Bay's had a few who've done very well so far, and Monterey Bay may be looking for a free kick there as the ball was won back by Oakland. Referee allows play to continue. Cedeno loses out. Tamakis has his pass blocked out. It's going to be Monterey Bay back in possession. Rebelar loses out to Donaciano. The pinball continues as Baca wins it back for the visitors. Dixon. Over the top here, Rebelar. Hackshaw gets to the spot first. Does concede a throw-in to Monterey Bay. Martinez. Robinson. Robinson gives it away to Cedeno in the end. Mfeka back for Cedeno. He uses his pace to get to it initially, but didn't keep it in play. Up ahead, Dixon. And Baca recycles the play. Moby Fair. Martinez. And the ball ricochets out of play. It's going to be a goal kick. Select, the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit us.select-sport.com. The latest Select products, specials, and more. Select is the player's choice. Certainly positives for Frank Yallop to take so far, but once again, no goals yet. Monterey Bay have come the closest. Tristan Traeger's had the 2 biggest chances of the night. One was handed to him on a silver platter. Big save by Paul Blanchette. And the other, Blanchette thwarted him again. Feka. Out wide, Tamakis. Cedeno looking for Tamakis. He might get it to him. Tamakis into the middle. Donaciano beaten to it. Monterey Bay cleared away before a chance could really be created. One of the better Oakland passages of play in the half. Baca beaten to it by Donaciano.
What's important to note, especially for any young attacking players out there looking to make it to the next level, I'd watch Daniel and how he pops up and he stays in the half spaces. Right in front of the defense, but right behind the midfield, so he's in that no-man zone where no one can really see him. So this whole game, I've kind of been watching him move around and just pop up into the right spots.
Versatility was the word that Noah Delgado used to describe him. Could play as a 10, could play as a 9. Played him all over the pitch, and he's been all over the pitch. He's on the ball there briefly, finds Reed. Najai just behind Reed, cleared away by Monterey Bay. Donaciano keeps it alive for the Roots. 5 minutes plus stoppage time left in the half. Free kick for Oakland. It's headed down. Tamakis is going to be... Oh, it's going to go the other way. Free kick for Monterey Bay. Oakland were convinced that Tamakis was held up there. He's down injured at the moment. He's frustrated that the Roots did not get that decision. Gives us time to tell you that that injury timeout is brought to you by Anthem Blue Cross. Anthem is transforming healthcare by improving the health of our local communities. Looks like Tamakis is okay. Oakland still not thrilled that they didn't get the decision. They get the ball back, however. Donasiano into the attack. Najai. Was he brought down? Referee says no. It's floated into the penalty area, headed down. In the end, Moby Fair is there for Monterey Bay. They do get it out of harm's way. Donasiano. Can Oakland maybe find some attacking play in these final few moments? Donasiano's on the end of this. Tamakis. Handball appeals from the Monterey Bay players. They do get the ball back. Moby Fair, cheeky little back heel. Lovely play into the path of Maury Donor. Here come the Seasiders. Donor up ahead for Dixon. Dixon back across. Dixon again, cleared by Hackshaw. Tried to link up with Donor. Here's Revelar. And Revelar's pass is short. Reed picks it off for Oakland. Roots have a few numbers up here. Mfeka out to the far side. Mfeka again. Tamakis. Tamakis for Reed. Reed's cross is blocked out of play. And it's an Oakland throw in the final couple of minutes of the half. From the throw, it's a bit wasteful in the end. Out for a goal kick. Oakland opportunities have been few and far between in this first half. I'm sure Noah Delgado would have hoped that they had gotten a little bit more out of that sequence. It's been a great atmosphere here in Hayward. Not just the Oakland fans. We're hearing more "Let's Go Union" chants from the Monterey Bay supporters who have come down from Seaside. Gotta love that. There's so many Cali derbies in the USL Championship.
A lot of rivalries developing in the league, just with these two sides so close to each other. It's fun to see both sides and both fans supporting their respective clubs.
It really is. Now then, Oakland looking to get back on the front foot with Najai. Recycled back to Logue. Hackshaw for Logue. Baca floats it over the top. It was the right idea. Headed away by Vishvili. Into 2 added minutes at the end of the half. Chance for Tamakis. Gomez. 2 minutes are confirmed by the 4th official, Najai.
Don't be surprised if there's one more big chance before the half ends. In these mental moments, the players are fatigued, exhausted. ready to get into the half, regroup and re-break, but oftentimes you see a mental error.
Cedeno gonna force the issue. Tamakis. Cedeno's cross, it's out for a corner here for Oakland. About a minute left in the half. Cedeno has scored already for Oakland this season. He'll be asked to pick somebody out with a cross. Could be the last major act of the half here in Hayward. Cedeno's delivery, Siaha's punch. Donasiano's hit is blocked on the edge of the 6. Out for an Oakland throw. There's still time left on the clock. Reed. Ball is bent in. Siaha this time makes a clean catch. Does get the outlet out quickly. Maybe one more chance for Monterey Bay. Donor. Early ball in. It's bouncing around. It's a poor clearance off a ricochet. Moby Fair out wide. Traeger wide of the target. And that is how the half ends here in Hayward. Chances laid on at the end of the first half for both teams. But in the end, it is still 0-0 with a big 45 minutes still to come, Sebastian.
Yeah, it was a good first 45 by both teams. Obviously, Monterey Bay having the bigger chances so far. Thanks to that first one in the first couple minutes of the game. That can totally change the landscape of the game so far, but we go into halftime 0-0.
This Cali Derby stays well poised for the second 45. We'll head to the halftime. It's 0-0 out west in Hayward, California.
Oakland Roots Sports Club is back, and it's never been easier to get in the game. Season membership packages and single tickets start at just $25. Join us now at oaklandrootssc.com.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. It's your job to stock the city, restaurants and rooftops, bars and basements. Every corner store. And when it gets tough, you stay driven. Give it all you got, going non-stop with 20 stops. Because at the end of the day, every single round is on you. You are a fighter, and this is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
Oakland Roots Sports Club is back, and it's never been easier to get in the game. Season membership packages and single tickets start at just $25. Join us now at oaklandrootssc.com.
Sean St. Jacques, Sebastian Elney back here with you at the half between Oakland and Monterey Bay. 0-0 so far here on the CBS Sports Golazo Network. We will see if one of these two teams can break the deadlock in the second half. But first, some storylines from around the league. Of course, last Saturday, Louisville thrashing Birmingham Legion at Lynn Family Stadium. Wilson Harris and company putting 5 past Birmingham, and they were impressive again today on CBS against Indy 11 as well.
Definitely some good results in the past few games. What a performance this was. 5 goals to 0.
Taylor Davila, one of their new signings, getting involved as well. And how about Ray Serrano? They've needed him to step up. Danny Cruz has so many attacking options available. They've been tremendous. And we had the Rowdies earlier in a 0-0 draw. They had a 4-1 win over Rhode Island. Last time out before that, they've been really good so far under Robbie Nielsen.
Yeah, they went down in the first half, but they bounced back, and they bounced back strong. Such good finishes, and it seemed like a party down in St. Petersburg.
Cal Jennings getting involved for the Rowdies there. We will step aside. USL Championship will continue in a moment. We'll get to some schedule, some scores, and more as it's 0-0 here between Oakland and Monterey Bay.
Two most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why.
Yeah, trick. I said what I said. I don't care. I paint the town red.
Survive this, it's going to make the whole story that much better.
The bright horses are broken free from the fields.
They're hungry for the women's game. They want to see women's soccer. They want to play women's soccer, and that's what we're building at the USL.
You can see it in my eyes. Only want the best. Running every night. Won't settle for less. Got me looking to the sky. Got me feeling blessed. Got this fire burning up inside of my chest. Burning up inside of my chest. Got this fire burning up inside of my chest.
Pain doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way. Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power. Trusted for over 100 years, our proven blend of camphor, menthol, and essential oils tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger, so that you can rise above pain and get back to living. This is the way of the tiger.
Stares down, shakes. Malloy! Oh, what a debut goal! Charleston rolling it home. Serrano scores. There's the dagger. Louisville all 3 points.
Sean and Sebastian back here with you at the half. News and notes from around the league. Of course, U.S. Open Cup is certainly coming with USL Championship sides being involved. Oakland taking on El Farolito on April 16th, and then Monterey Bay are hosting Irvine Zeta on April 17th there as well. So great to see the USL Championship right back in the thick of things in the Open Cup.
Yeah, definitely such a fun tournament to be a part of and be in. We're definitely looking forward to these next matchups.
Obviously, Wilson Harris, Maxi Rodriguez, Nick Markanek, some of the notables for the March Player of the Month vote at USLChampionship.com. Maxi Rodriguez was the Player of the Week in the USL Championship for his great performance for Detroit in a win over Indy. Scores and schedule coming up. Of course, CBS Sports Network, Charleston and Louisville, a rematch of last year's Eastern Conference Final. The Rowdies take on Miami, their in-state rivals. Orange County San Antonio stands out as well.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to that Florida matchup as a Florida boy myself.
Pittsburgh on the road at Rhode Island, and Charleston Indy will be one to watch as well. Out-of-town scores brought to you by Visit Oakland. Get out on the town and visit Oakland to explore arts, culture, and world-class cuisine. We had Pittsburgh, Tampa Bay earlier. That finished 0-0. Impressive win on CBS for Louisville over Indy, and a wild 6-goal affair in Tulsa as well.
A lot of goals around the league today.
How about Hartford as well? 3-2 winners over Miami. And Detroit also getting a big victory at home. So lots happening in the USL Championship. Lots still to come here in Hayward, California. 0-0 at the half. More to come after this break.
Oakland Roots Sports Club is back, and it's never been easier to get in the game. Season membership packages and single tickets start at just $25. Join us now at oaklandrootssc.com.
How can someone so cute be so complicated? Someone so grown up still have so much growing left to do. We know kids aren't mini adults. Their still developing bodies and minds need specialized care, including physicians and care teams who focus on treating kids and only kids, which is why from everyday to emergencies, kids belong at UCSF Benioff Children's Hospitals. Do you like getting cash back on your credit card? A free coffee when you fill your cafe's punch card? A complimentary dessert with your restaurant order? Then you'll like getting a 5% discount on your electricity with Ava Community Energy's Bright Choice service. Visit avaenergy.org to learn more about Ava's low rates for electricity.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. This isn't a hobby, it's a lifestyle. You find diamonds in the rust to put your own stamp on stock parts, turning metal into murals and detailing every detail. Because it's the things you make that show what you're made of. You are a fighter, and this is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
How can someone so cute be so complicated? Someone so grown up still have so much growing left to do. We know kids aren't mini adults. Their still developing bodies and minds need specialized care, including physicians and care teams who focus on treating kids and only kids, which is why from everyday to emergencies, kids belong at UCSF Benioff Children's Hospitals.
Oakland Roots Sports Club is back, and it's never been easier to get in the game. Season membership packages and single tickets start at just $25. Join us now at oaklandrootssc.com.
Tonight's match is presented in part by Anthem Blue Cross and Modelo. Sean St. Jacques, Sebastian Elney back here with you. Halftime highlights between Oakland and Monterey Bay. We begin with Monterey Bay on the attack, an acrobatic attack. Good goal line clearance.
Such good service and an ambitious effort here. Love to see that.
Crucial moment early on for Oakland with Monterey Bay really bearing down on them. And in the 18th minute, Oakland finally getting into the attack.
Yeah, it took them a while to get involved, but they did really well here. It's such a dangerous ball right in that sweet spot. Unfortunately, no connection on it.
And the Siaha reads it really well. Few and far between the Oakland opportunities in the first half. There was a lot of attacks from Monterey Bay here with Grant Williams and a lovely dummy.
They love that dummy there.
Dixon, the shot by Traeger, saved by Paul Blanchett, who had 3 saves in the first half, 2 away. for 300 for his career. Halftime stats look like this. We talked about it. Monterey Bay had more shots with 5-1, 3 shots to 0 on target for Monterey Bay, despite Oakland edging it in possession.
Yeah, in the first half, I've seen that Monterey Bay was a bit more aggressive and definitely in the attacking half more with more dangerous chances, but unfortunately nothing to turn out of it.
It did feel like Oakland got some momentum at the end of the half, but I think overall Monterey Bay, so far the better of the two teams.
I completely agree.
We'll see how it all plays out in the second half. Lots still to play for, obviously, but this feels like a very important game for both teams. Frank Yallop went as far as to say that it's a 6-pointer, even this early in the season, and that's because, just like last year, both of these teams were right around the playoff line, and it's very likely that that could happen again this time around.
I would bet on it. I mean, these are two teams that are making their way into the Western Conference, which is such a tough conference to play in. So we'll see how much is at stake every time they play each other this season.
Players rejoin us here on the CBS Sports Golazo Network, our second of 2 today. We appreciate you joining us. We had no goals in the first game between Pittsburgh and Tampa Bay. It turned into a bit of a defensive chess match with plenty of chances in this game. A little bit more of a ponderer over how we haven't seen a goal yet in this one.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what they say, the first half is for the players and the second half is for the coaches. So I'm sure they went into the locker room, made their respective adjustments to their teams, as we see here, and then they're going to go after it in the second half.
Yeah, right on cue. Oakland's going to make a very attacking change here. Lindo Mfeka comes off, and Johnny Rodriguez is going to come on here for Noah Delgado's group at the half. It's his 5th season with the club, and he's tied for first in Oakland history with 19 goals. If he scores again tonight, he would be all alone at the top of the Oakland goal-scoring charts with 20 to his name. There's actually a chance for 3 Oakland milestones tonight. 2 saves away for 300 for Paul Blanchette, 1 goal from 20, and the sole possession of the all-time leading goal scorer in Oakland history. And if Memo Diaz gets on in the second half, he could actually set a milestone as well, maybe 2 potentially for him. He's sitting on 99 career regular season appearances. He's also the joint assist leader in Oakland history. 1 more assist would make him the all-time leader all by himself. So Oakland could actually have 5 milestones that they achieve in the second half of this game. We will see if that plays out. But Monterey Bay will feel confident. They'll feel ready to go in the second half. We saw a lot of good stuff from Frank Yallop's group. And we will see if either side can break the deadlock. If Monterey Bay can win the game, they would get and this is not too early to say, this would be a 4-point cushion over Oakland in the Western Conference standings. If Oakland were to win, they would jump 2 points ahead of Monterey Bay. And that's why this second 45 minutes is so crucial here in Hayward, California. Oakland will go from left to right in the second half in those black kits with the beautiful coloring on the front. Sean St. Jacques, Sebastian Elney, our entire crew. Thrilled to have you with us. Penultimate game of the day, the USL Championship. Birmingham and Loudoun finishing up the week tomorrow. Thank you, Maria. Both teams had a flurry of opportunities at the end of the half. We really saw Oakland in their best attacking moments. Monterey Bay, they were really sprayed throughout the entire half. They really did well to put pressure on Oakland. Just no end product. And again, Tristan Traeger had the 2 biggest chances, both thwarted by Paul Blanchette. Here comes Oakland when the ball's left behind by Najai. The Oakland Roots support, one of the best in the USL Championship. They love this club, they love the community. fan base has just been so good, even before they joined the fray, but it's just continued to grow during their time in the USL Championship. They've had some great moments as well, including in the playoffs, and that's why it was so gut-wrenching for them and their fans when they didn't quite get there last season. Of course, Monterey Bay are still looking for their first taste of playoff action. Challenge comes in there. It'll be brought back. It's a free kick and a yellow card for Grant Robinson of Monterey Bay.
I think that's
the first card of the night. Another look.
Yeah, it just comes in late. I think it's well deserved. Very early in the half to be picking up a yellow, but it sets a tone as well for the team to know that they're still here to play.
Grant Robinson, I don't think agreed with the decision, but it looked pretty clear-cut. Robinson gets his head onto it. Took a second for Green to react. Robinson clears it upfield. It's a good clearance in the end by Marvelashvili. Traeger couldn't quite get on the end of it. It's kept alive by Moby Fair. Cross into the middle is blocked. It's a Monterey Bay corner.
Curious to see if they'll keep trying to put the ball in the back post. It seems as if it's in their game plan to hit the back post and expose them just off of basic research.
Walmer Martinez stands over it. It's a high arcer. The header is blocked just to the left of the penalty spot. Monterey Bay will settle for a throw. Robinson. Rare miscue from Robinson, right out of play. Gives it right back to Oakland. Weren't going to waste too much time. Here's Rodriguez. Is it right into the path of Tamakis? Cedeno. And Cedeno can't find a teammate. Well, that cutting edge has been lacking at times for Oakland in this game. Najai. Najai continued his run. It's well defended by Maury Donor. Nice turn by Moby Fair. Up ahead, Traeger. Martinez. Martinez loses out. Good defensive work. Donaciano comes out with it for Oakland. Here's Trayvon Reed for the Roots. And he loses out. That's good defensive work from Rafael Baca. He'll stay with Monterey Bay. We asked Frank Yallop about the near misses for Monterey Bay in the postseason. He said the goals for the season are pretty simple in theory. He said be competitive, perform well. So we've done that early. So you can't guarantee that you're going to win, but talk is cheap. We want to back it up. He said if we perform to our potential, it's going to carry us far. We're going to get to the playoffs, he said, if that happens. He said that he feels that the chemistry and camaraderie of the group will be the biggest key to guiding them into the top 8 and into the playoffs for the first time. A lot of these guys have been with this group for the entirety of Monterey Bay's existence in their 3rd season as a club. And the 3rd year could very well be the charm for the Seasiders. We will have to wait and see, but the early signs are very positive.
That's all you can ask for as a coach. It's obviously early in the process, but it is a process. And it takes a lot of games, it takes a lot of wins and a lot of points in order to get to the playoffs. And once you're in, you're in. We all know that anything can happen. That's when magic happens. So all the benchmark is to just get in, and then from there, take it game by game.
And to be fair, one of the things he said his guys needed to improve on was the final touch. He said it's coming, and getting more goals is on its way, but he wants our guys firing, I should say, on all cylinders. He said we need to be more ruthless in front of goal. That has continued to be an issue tonight.
And it's those mental moments, especially in front of goal. Players often get excited, already start thinking about their celebrations before the ball goes in. But in that moment, it's important to just have composure and place the ball into the back of the net.
Maybe a chance here for Monterey Bay. Rebelar, was he brought down? Referee waves it away. Rebelar and company thought that was a surefire free kick. Oakland are allowed to clear it. And the offside flag goes up against Johnny Rodriguez. Free kick for Frank Yallop's group. Ball is bent ahead. It's not the best clearance. Hackshaw helps out off the Logue attempt. Let's stay with Monterey Bay. The big thing Noah Delgado told us about this matchup was the transitional play. They've been caught out a couple of times, Oakland, in this game on the counterattack. As Siaha gives this away. Cedeno tries to beat him, and in the end, Siaha didn't have to move too far to get to it. Something about this end of the pitch, another miscue, but it's not taken advantage of. Hackshaw gets his head onto it. And a bit of a nudge. It's a free kick for Monterey Bay. They take it quickly. Kai Green. Kick for Martinez. Rebelar loses out to Logue and then fouls him. Free kick. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access, Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. Plus hear live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the new Sirius XM app. Here's Tamakis. Doesn't quite put his fingerprints on this one yet, but Rodriguez lays that off nicely. And it's brilliant defending by Monterey Bay with Doniciano trying to get on the end of it. Here's Rodriguez again, not a bad strike. He sends it just wide of Siaha's post.
Some good moments there from the substitute. This was the second chance, but on the first one, I would want to see a one-time hit.
Oakland keep coming. Can they use this to build some momentum here? Trayvon Reed. Cedeno. Little chip over the top, and the first time cross into the middle. Just had too much on it.
We're starting to see Oakland open up a little bit more, get a bit more creative, and have a bit more freedom in the attacking third.
Good battle forward on this near side. Oakland nearly got out with it, but in the end, Guzman recycles for Monterey Bay.
A lot of pressure on Monterey right now. It's important that they relieve pressure, just as they did just there.
And then Dixon with a rare miscue as well. You don't see that very often. His mistakes are like collector's items.
You can feel the momentum kind of start to shift towards Oakland, especially as they stay on the ball and keep attacking.
Blanchett sends it ahead, and Rodriguez a nudge. Free kick. Too much contact on Guzman. The Oakland fans not thrilled with the decision, but I don't think Rodriguez was looking at the ball. They put the challenge in, and 9 times out of 10, when the referee sees that, they're going to give a free kick. Nice turn by Revelar, let it roll into his path. Here's Dixon for Monterey Bay. Dixon again. Well, he's surrounded in that far corner, dispossessed. Cedeno. Donaciano lucky to win a throw there after nearly gave it away. Sent upfield by Hackshaw. Cedeno does very nicely here. Plays it out for Tamakis. Tamakis is looking for Rodriguez. It's not the best header. Monterey Bay are fortunate as it bounces right into the hands of Siaha. Traeger. Traeger stopped in his path there by Hackshaw. Referee says no. Looks like it's a goal kick. Oh, yellow cards come out here. It looked like a goal kick, at least initially, but it looks like the players are coming forward for a corner, and maybe that's why the yellow card has come out for dissent. Hackshaw was in the area. We're going to await confirmation on that. And that's exactly who got the yellow. Neville Hackshaw not thrilled. It was given as a corner. He's booked. We're having a few words with the referee about it. From the corner, Blanchett stumbles, and it goes wide of the goal. Blanchett fouled in the sequence. Now Monterey Bay not happy. It's a free kick for Oakland.
A lot of chaos there, but again, you see them trying to put the ball at the back post. So it's definitely on their game plan to expose it. They don't think that Oakland's defending it well, so we'll see if they keep on persisting on that.
It's an injury timeout here. It's brought to you by Anthem Blue Cross. Anthem is transforming healthcare by improving the health of our local communities. This is the last thing that Noah Delgado and his staff want to see. They've already been battling through injuries and international duty and sickness in the squad and things of that nature. The last thing they need is one of their players down with an injury just past the hour mark here in California. In the meantime, Monterey Bay have made a swap. Walmer Martinez exits. And their big new signing, Luther Archimed. He's going to come on, the Guadalupe international, formerly of Sac Republic. We hope that Abubakar Njai is okay. Looks like he's up and running. Needs to be welcomed back onto the pitch by Gerald Flores. Again, we of course did confirm that Hackshaw got booked earlier, so he's got to be careful, the captain, the rest of the way for the Roots, as Blanchett gets the ball back into play. Tamakis. crowd trying to push the Roots on here. Hackshaw under pressure by Archimed. Blanchett always in the right place at the right time for the Roots. Just to amend the earlier sub, it was Traeger who came off, not Martinez. For Monterey Bay, Archimed, of course, is on. It looks like Oakland are getting a change or two ready as well. We'll get to that in a moment. Hackshaw up ahead. Rodriguez. Tamakis. Oakland looking to break the deadlock. Tamakis again, swarmed. First time ball in by Reed. Siaha bobbles and in the end holds on.
Good attacking pressure from Oakland. It's such a good first time whipped in ball. Very dangerous, and as you see, the keeper couldn't handle it. Ball was a little, you never know what can happen.
Second look at it. Some more positive build-up play from Oakland. Again, though, both teams not quite having the final touch. Cedinho was closest to that in an Oakland shirt. It's a free kick for the Roots up the other way, and here come a couple of Oakland changes here. Trayvon Reed is done, and Najai also is going to come off. Napo Matsoso, formerly of Lou City, comes on, and Memo Diaz, with his 4th season with Oakland beginning, will come on for his 100th regular season appearance in his career. He's an assist away from becoming Oakland's all-time leader in assists all by himself. So 2 of the big Roots names are out there now. Diaz and Rodriguez will hope to get Noah Delgado's boys on the board and potentially on their way to 3 points if they can score. Here's Cedinho off a giveaway. Martinez does really well for Monterey Bay. He has to follow up here, however. It's one back. And Diaz's first involvement is very good, but his shot was a bit scuffed.
Really good counter pressing there from Oakland. As soon as they lose it, you could tell them all, you'd see them all swarm around and try to get the ball back.
It's going to be chested out of play. Shively. It's out for a throw-in for Monterey Bay. Grant Robinson with 25 minutes plus stoppage time left. Are we going to have a winner here? Golazo today had a 0-0 earlier. It's 0-0 here in Cali in the nightcap. Gerald Flores, a brief word with Walmer Martinez. We are getting to that point in the game, in a rivalry game like this, where cooler heads are going to have to prevail in some moments like that.
Things will definitely get chippy, but again, it's important to stay focused on those mental moments.
Cedinho here for Rodriguez! Oh, crucial block by Kai Green. And he celebrates as if he just scored a goal for Monterey Bay. He hasn't, but he's prevented one. Massive moment.
Such a good slip ball here against the grain. He does well. It's a great tackle to avoid that getting towards the goalie.
Oh, Kai Green had to get that right, and he absolutely did as the ball bounces into your living room. Corner upcoming from Memo Diaz. He's going to leave it. It's bent in centrally, headed to the outskirts of the penalty area for Baca to give chase. Can Monterey Bay break in transition? It's where they're at their best at times. Martinez is beaten to it on the far side. And Blanchett just about plays through to find a teammate. Good cover on the backside by Danny Gomez, helping out for Oakland. And Tamakis will settle things down for the Roots. Here's Cedinho. Oakland more forward thinking in these last 5 to 10 minutes. is threaded through, a little touch in behind for Rodriguez, cut out.
Really good entry ball there.
It's one back again. It's Johnny Rodriguez trying to bend one. Monterey Bay, as exposed as we've seen maybe in this game, starting to see some openings for the Roots, but the shot is wide of the target. Arshamed beaten to it by Hackshaw, who got the worst of that challenge. Free kick for Oakland. And maybe some assistance needed for the Roots captain, a potential head injury. Gerald Flores certainly correct to stop the play just to be safe. Told that the last game of the night, Vegas and San Antonio, they just got to the half. In Nevada, it's 0-0. Had a wild game between New Mexico and El Paso as well. It just finished up a few minutes ago. New Mexico in that game were 1-0 up. El Paso came back, took the lead 2-1. New Mexico came back and scored in stoppage time to win it 3-2. In Albuquerque. What a game that turned out to be. As Eric Quill's boys continue to have a good start. And well, Neville Hackshaw, now that he's good to go, not happy with the fact that he may have been elbowed by Arshmed, although Arshmed said the same thing about him to the referee while Hackshaw was down. Hackshaw's come all the way over to the fourth official as he has to come back on the pitch, but and the ball's played over the top quickly with just 10 men for Oakland on the pitch. Kai Green gives it right back to Rodriguez. Hackshaw's back on. Rodriguez into the middle. Cedeno stumbles and then almost got it back before it was acrobatically cleared out of the penalty area. And a cross back in behind is headed away by Robinson. It's about as exposed as we've seen Monterey Bay in this game, and now another potential head injury. Stops the play again. Baca, I think Matt Soso involved this time.
I was just about to say, though, Oakland's been all over Monterey Bay this half. We'll see if it results into something, but they've been really well in the attacking half. Hopefully get something out of it.
Yeah, the last 5-10 minutes in particular has been very strong for Oakland. 20 minutes to go, however, and again, as Frank Yala put it for his guys, that finishing touch has just not quite been there. Like both players involved, Baca and Matsoso, actually just checked in on each other. Great sportsmanship there. Both look to be okay. Both come back on. Monterey Bay's only used one change so far tonight. We're told that's going to change potentially soon. Wait for confirmation on that. We're told it's Chase Boone who's getting ready. See in bottom left-hand part of your screen. Frank Yala was so happy to tell us about getting Chase Boone back into the fold. We all know that he's a really prolific goal scorer for this Monterey Bay team, and he is on here for the Union. He'll take Walmer Martinez's spot, and he'll look to potentially be a match winner here for Frank Yallop's boys down the stretch. Union's top goal scorers from a season ago, along with the departing Sam Gleadle, who's now with Louisville City. Hackshaw over the top here. This could be a chance for Oakland. It's Rodriguez who goes for the spectacular and in the end gets it all wrong. He maybe even had time to take a touch.
It's a really good chance here and a great ball by Hackshaw. On the finish, I think he has time to let it fall, maybe even let it take another second down and hit it with a proper volley as opposed to the side fling.
It would have been a marvelous finish, but Rodriguez in the end cannot hit the target, and Monterey Bay have it at the other end with Archimed. Boone's asking for it. Archimed can't quite find him. And then a push by Rebelar. Monterey Bay trying to win it back. They aren't able to do so. Tamakis. Cedeno. Robinson. Tamakis plays it centrally. Rodriguez. Cedeno, again, good passage of play from Oakland. It's going to deflect out of play. Is it a corner or a throw? It's a throw. Gomez a little bit slow to continue for Oakland. Tamakis from the throw. That's so helping it along. Gomez looks okay as he gets back in possession. Hackshaw bends it into the path of Diaz. Monterey Bay win the ball back. Here's Archimed. Couldn't quite find Baca. And a reset for the Roots. Gomez. Donaciano. Donaciano. It's kept in play. Or was it? No, it's out. It's a throw for Monterey Bay. Looking for a great way to enjoy a night out with friends, family, or co-workers? Check out our discounted group ticket options for the next birthday or party. To secure your tickets, visit oaklandrootssc.com/tickets or call 510-488-1144. Just over 15 minutes left. The crowd has been tremendous again tonight from both sets of supporters, it must be said. But again, that goal has been lacking. Still time for someone to find a winner here in the dying stages. Rebelar. Archimed has options here. Either side, he finds Dixon. Boone's in the middle. Archimed is as well. Dixon leaves it for Rebelar. Dixon. And the cross into the middle. Rebelar could not keep it in play. It's a goal kick.
Expect the game to open up in these last 15. Both sides have players that are exhausted and have started the game. So in this last 15, expect it to get a little bit more emotional, a little bit more chippy, and for the game to go back and forth.
Monterey Bay had the better of it in the first half, but we've seen much better play from Oakland, especially in the last 20 minutes or so. Push in the back by Guzman, didn't need to make it. Free kick for the Roots. Rodriguez into set piece, and then speaking of not needing to do something, Guzman fiddling with the ball a bit there, I believe, has been booked for time wasting. Guzman didn't need to commit the foul and certainly didn't need to kick the ball away. Oh, now Luther Archimed, he does the exact same thing. And the referee's going to keep it consistent. He's going to go to his pocket. It's another yellow. Absolutely unnecessary. Very clear that it was Oakland's free kick. And now Archimed is a bit on the edge here with a very unnecessary yellow. Back-to-back moments there. Just didn't need to happen for Monterey Bay. Ball's going to go out of play. It's back to Oakland. 13 minutes of the 90 left. Cedeno let it run. Monterey Bay are able to clear it. Gomez out wide. Tamakis. Bending the ball in for Rodriguez. Good hold-up play. Donasiano tries to play it across. It's blocked by Guzman. Throw in for the Roots.
They're continually getting the ball into dangerous spots with no final end product. It's going to take a little bit of composure and complacency in order to get the ball into the back of the net.
Hackshaw. Shivili up front. Cedeno. Guzman kept that in play. Tamakis. Matsoso. Oh, and Tamakis didn't mean to do it. It hits right off of his face and into Siaha's grasp. Oakland a bit unlucky there after some solid start to the build-up. Another potential head injury leads to a injury stoppage here. Maybe just the wind knocked out of Brian Tamakis briefly there. He looks to be okay, which is good to see. Well, if it stays like this, Monterey Bay will stay 1 point ahead of the Roots in these early weeks of the regular season. Frank Yallop did tell us he would take a point, depending on the circumstances of this one tonight. There's still 11 minutes left to win the game, and that's, of course, what the main goal is for Monterey Bay and, of course, for Oakland. Here's Dixon. Dixon harried and dispossessed and then commits a foul on the back end.
You hate to let them out that easy. Sure, you take it to the corner, you lose the ball, but let them play out, force them to play out as opposed to give them the easy way out.
Donasiano wins the free kick. Oakland are going to try to play out here. Blanchett. Loeb. Settle for a throw on the far side. More complaints over Oakland, I should say Monterey Bay. Time wasting here. Rebelar this time. No card is out. 10 minutes left. Stoppage time. Still time for someone to be a hero in California tonight. Tamakis pinging one ahead. Siaha touched it away. It's volleyed. Oh, it's in, but the flag is up. Oakland fans celebrate, but the offside flag is up. It ends up being a moot point, and Oakland's players can't believe it. Siaha had to be careful because when he touched it, he was on the edge of his own penalty area. And from that vantage point, it looks like, again, we don't have the definitive view, but that looks like it's just about the right decision.
Such a good ball over the top. You can see how much chaos it causes. What a moment that was.
Again, Siaha couldn't corral it because if he did, he would have stepped out of the penalty area with the ball in his hands. Goalkeepers can't do that. And then the little chip over the top. Oakland thought they had found it. And now here comes the tempers fraying. Memo Diaz stopping Rebelar. Starting to get tense. The tension continues to build. Will there be a climax here? Will there be a late hero in Hayward, California tonight? Monterey Bay free kick. Sent ahead by Baca. Neville Hackshaw's header. Moby Fair recycles. Dixon. Lovely little back heel. Cross into the middle. Boone is in the area. Cleared away. Only as far as Baca. Here's Robinson. Boone. Bending it into the penalty area. Hit high into the air. Archimed keeps it alive, and Hackshaw hacks it away. Boone comes back to collect. Can somebody break the deadlock here? Both teams have come so close. Dixon. Fair. Could open up here. Matsoso's challenge. Grant Robinson bending it into the penalty area. It's headed. Archimed couldn't get onto it. It's Rebelar! Too far high and too far wide. Another chance goes by the wayside.
And now we're seeing Monterey Bay open up a little bit. It's a good ball to the back post. Again, on their game plan to expose it. Unlucky not to connect there, but he decides to get a shot off. Just a quick release. We got to put it on target.
Oakland Roots are back at home April 27th at Cal State University East Bay versus the Colorado Springs Switchbacks for Clean and Green Night. Limited season game tickets still available. Purchase yours now before they sell out. To secure your tickets, visit oaklandrootssc.com/tickets. Call 510-488-1144. Is there going to be late drama tonight out west? Tamakis into the penalty area. Not quite clear. Diaz. Cedeno. Donaciano. Cleared down for Oakland behind the play. Matsoso. And it's behind Donaciano. Rebelar takes it away from Monterey Bay. Dixon looking for Archimed. And Hackshaw is there. Foul and a free kick. It's going to go Oakland's way. eFootball 2024 is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. 5 minutes plus stoppage time left. Out wide by Matsoso. Cedeno from Diaz. Kai Green is there again. And then it's not a foul against Archimed. Monterey Bay could maybe break here. Donor plays a lovely ball in behind. Great ball across, and Chase Boone scores! Monterey Bay find a way. On his big return, Chase Boone scores for the Seasiders, and they have the lead in Hayward with 4 minutes left.
And it starts here at such a good ball forward. And in the moment, you knew they were in trouble. It turned to 2-on-2, then a 3-on-3. And this tackle pass right here does it. It's an easy slot for Chase Boone, but the assist is what makes it. And against the run of play, Monterey Bay goes up 1. For Oakland, you're devastated, but the game's not over. You got plenty of time. So now's not the time to panic. Get together, rally around the troops, put something together, and get a few more chances.
Did you really think we'd go 2 games on the Golazo Network without a goal? Of course not. Huge moment from Monterey Bay. Just something about this fixture. The road team just always seems to find a way, and Oakland have 3 minutes to save themselves a point. hear the smile over the phone from Frank Yallop when he talked about having Chase Boone back in the fold. He comes up with a massive moment here for Monterey Bay. In a game that was crying out for some quality, Monterey Bay find their moment, and it's Oakland's turn to try and find a response in the dying embers here. Tamakis sending it into the penalty area. It's headed just away from Rodriguez. Cleared away by Robinson. Tamakis. It's played up ahead. Oakland still looking to find something. Matsoso. It's into a sea of white shirts. Chase Boone 2 seasons ago was Monterey Bay's joint leading goal scorer with 8. Had a big impact last season as well. What an impact he's made tonight off the bench. Oakland will make a change here. Niall Logue makes way. And Mishi Nadir is going to come on to take his place as we tick down towards the 90th minute. At least that was the initial indication. Logue's number was up. Doesn't look like the substitution is going to be allowed to happen, at least not yet. Before that, it's going to be an Oakland corner. Hackshaw's throw. Logue got a piece of that. Monterey Bay clears. All the way back to Blanchette. Hackshaw. Cedeno. Lofts it in. Headed towards Rodriguez. Caught by Siaha, who just got there in time.
Really good idea there.
Another close call for Oakland as we enter 6 added minutes at the end of this one. Player down for Monterey Bay in the meantime. It's still beyond for a grandstand finish here at Pioneer Stadium.
It'll definitely be a long 6 minutes for both sides, with a lot of play developing and chances opening up.
Rebelar in need of assistance here for the Union. You can hear more of the Seasiders chanting, "Let's go Union," trying to get their boys over the line. That sub by Oakland was finally made. Nadir is on, Logue is off. Monterey Bay are about to bring on Michael Gonzalez. Now he is on. And Rebelar, they're not going to take any risks with. His night is done. 5, maybe still 5.5 minutes left because of that substitution. Is there going to be some more late drama after Chase Boone has Monterey Bay in position to leave and head back up north with all 3 points? Hackshaw back for Blanchette. We have to wait till next game for that 300th save. We won't care if Oakland can find an equalizer. Here is Boone. Baca Robinson gives possession away. USL Championships on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch the matches and expert analysis every day right here. CBS Sports, Golazo, and ESPN Plus. Go to USLChampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings.
It's important for Monterey to really manage the game, manage the chances, keep everything in front of them and nothing behind.
Well, they sent in. Ooh, it's a header that's going to go out of play by Guzman. And it's a late Oakland Roots corner. So we're starting to get deep into stoppage time here. Cedeno will stand over the corner for Oakland. Sends it to the back stick. Hackshaw's header. Siaha had a clear path. Oakland have 3 minutes to save themselves something from this match. Can give you one more scoreboard update from elsewhere. How about Las Vegas? They have the lead over San Antonio, the champions from a couple seasons ago. What a result that would be for the Lights. They've been trying to announce themselves during this 2024 campaign under new ownership. Former Major League star Jose Batista buying the club. And off to a great start. That would be a tremendous result. Still a long way to go in that one. Still a few minutes left in this one. Donaciano for Oakland. Gets it back. And it's just going to slither past. Monterey Bay are able to deal with it. A chance for Archimed to lead them in transition. And the foul had to be given there by Gomez. It's going to be a yellow card, or Monterey Bay would have been off to the races.
Good move there to pull him down, but unfortunately now puts the balls into Monterey's hand.
A tactical foul, if there ever was one. Like you said, Sebastian, it does give Monterey Bay time to milk a little bit more of the clock. Remember, it's a minimum of 6, so there might be a little bit more time added on. We will see. Chase Boone did not keep that in play. Noah Delgado incensed on this near side, as was the brief moment there. Frank Yallop's boys were thinking that that was going to be their throw, or at least their possession. Hasn't gone their way. Oakland get another chance here. They only have a minute and change left. Is there going to be a late twist? Monterey Bay defend it well on that far side. Maury Donor, anywhere will do. Oh, and a yellow card has come out. Moby Fair, clearly not thrilled, but he is booked here. Might have been applauding the 4th official. I think there might have been some communication there with Gerald Flores. Long throw in. It's headed on for Rodriguez! And again, Oakland can't quite get it over the line. Siaha is there. And Monterey Bay might be home and hosed with the 3 points. Tamakis ended up being the closest one to it, but Siaha saves it for Monterey Bay. We've had the 6 added minutes. How much more time will there be left? Boone up ahead. It's kept in play by Archimed. Out for an Oakland throw. Can't be much more time left here. Thrown in by Hackshaw. Well, it's sent out to the far side. Does Oakland have enough time to get it down the field? They lose it here. Offside flag is going to go up against Luther Archimed. Paul Blanchette came forward. Oakland just got on with it. Hackshaw, Monterey Bay want the whistle. Tamakis. And there's the whistle. full time in Hayward, California. It's a marvelous result for Monterey Bay. Chase Boone wins it for them in the dying embers, and Frank Yallop's boys pick up their second victory of the season at the home of their in-state rivals. Well, we told you at some point there was going to be a breakthrough. Chase Boone provides it, and in the end, Monterey Bay leave with all 3 points. They'll head back to Seaside.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. It's your job to stock the city, restaurants and rooftops, bars and basements. Every corner store. And when it gets tough, you stay driven. Give it all you got, going nonstop for 20 stops. Because at the end of the day, every single round is on you. You are a fighter, and this is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
Well, Sean St. Jacques, Sebastian Elney here with you. During the break, a couple of fights broke out between these two teams. A red card has been shown to Walmer Martinez and Neville Hackshaw for getting involved in a post-game scuffle, as tempers have certainly frayed after the full-time whistle. We will take a break from that to go back through the full-time highlights from this one. It was hotly contested, as you can see by the full-time scenes here in Hayward. In the 63rd is when Oakland really started to get humming in the attack. Yeah, they did really well. For me, honestly, I think they won the second half. Unfortunately, the scoreline didn't reflect that. Multiple chances on this particular area, but Siaha guarded his goal well, read the situations really nicely. He did well. He deserved his donut. 66th minute, more Oakland tries here. Cedeno playing it in for Rodriguez. This was a big chance. It's such a good tackle to avoid that getting on goal. A huge intervention laid on by Kai Green. 72nd minute, Hackshaw, wonderful ball over the top. Another chance for Oakland. Yeah, I just wish he waited and dropped a little more just so he could get a proper volley on it. Then in the 83rd, Monterey Bay looking for opportunities as well. Revelar's chance. Good chance here. He's got to keep it on target. Not quite able to square it up. It felt like at one point, would the goal ever come? Would there be any opportunities for either side to win this? Off a turnover, Monterey Bay breaking the other way, and Chase Boone would get on the end of it. Such a good transition moment, but that slide tackle pass, so unselfish, and lays it off to Chase Boone to slot it home. Chase Boone's first goal in his return to the squad would be enough for Monterey Bay to win it by 1-0. He's been so crucial over the years for them. Gets a big, big goal there. Shots on target, 4-2 in favor of Monterey Bay. Overall, it was very tight, but Monterey Bay got their moment, and they took the big chance. Definitely, and I think Monterey Bay won the first half, Oakland won the second half, but it gets the run of play. Monterey Bay scores the decisive goal. A thrilling contest, at times a very physical contest between these two, and again, the tempers frayed at the end. We were told of another red card that came out when the dust settled. Again, Hackshaw and Walmer Martinez both saw red, and Babukar Najai for Oakland also sent off. All of that happened after the full-time whistle in this one tonight. In the end, Monterey Bay come out victorious with a 1-0 win at the home of their in-state rivals. Thanks for joining us this evening. Oakland Roots and Bart. Want to make sure you get home? Visit bart.gov/planner to plan your trip now. For Sebastian Elney and our entire crew, I'm Sean St. Jacques. We say so long on the CBS Sports Golazo Network. Chase Boone wins it for Monterey Bay, and they head back to Seaside with all 3 points.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.